Hello everybody, so before this video begins, I have a really important question to ask you guys. There's a poll up here. There should be a poll right now up on the top corner of your screen. I want you guys to answer this question as honestly as possible, and I'm going to tell you the question to make your life easier. So, would you guys be interested in merch that didn't look like merch at all? I.e., it's not going to be a white t-shirt that says Kylie Gore in it, and it's not going to be a white t-shirt that has my face on it, because I don't want my face on a t-shirt. I'm sure you don't want my face on a t-shirt. So this would be merchandise that looks like clothes like this. It looks like clothes that you would buy from a regular store. It has artwork in it. I want you all to feel like you are wearing wearable art in your clothes. So it would be merchandise that was artistic, that didn't look like merchandise. So please let me know in the poll up here. Answer yes or no, because I am working on some stuff and I want to be confident that you guys really do want this and you guys would be interested in buying a little piece of art. So let me know here in the poll and enjoy the video. So this video is something I knew I was gonna make someday eventually. I'm just a bit shocked that that day is today. Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, or if you are new here, make sure to subscribe because the bills will get paid by themselves. Help us this out, especially after what I'm about to tell you. Please help me out. Pre-order my new album, Life of a Comedian. Link is in the description. I'm just gonna cut to the chase. I'm gonna rip the bandage out. So as of today, I think today is when the scheduling is. As of today, I have discontinued my first ever body of work that I've released online. Covers. You know, there's a few of you out there who have been with me ever since that era, which I will never forget. But like I said in the beginning, I knew I was going to have to make this video eventually sometime in the future. It was a nice run for 4 years and it's come to an end. It's a bittersweet ending, I will be honest. It's bitter for certain reasons, it's sweet for other reasons, which I'm gonna get into. But today is the end of the era. Yesterday for you guys, was the last day you could purchase the album. It is now discontinued out of all of the streaming and online purchasing, digital purchasing platforms. So you can no longer find it anywhere. And this decision was something that I have actually been thinking about for quite a few months now. Ever since I was in the finishing process of writing this album, which is about to come out. Ever since I was almost finishing up writing the album, I knew that someday I was gonna have to take down the album, whether it would be for legalities or because I just didn't want it anymore out there on the internet. And I guess the second one, I don't really want it out there on the internet anymore. First and foremost, I guess the one main thing is that I did not get permission from anybody's songs that I covered in this album to actually cover them and make a profit out of them. So there is some legalities involved in that. Nobody has sued me, nobody has sent me anything at all. Like, I'm not being threatened by anybody, but that is a big concern, especially with my own music coming out, especially with me releasing my own material. It is a little bit of a concern to, you know, release, you know, new music and have it go big and then have other people who I've respected so much find out that I covered their songs without permission. Honestly, at the time, I think I was 15 or 16 when I recorded this album. Or was I 15? I think I was 15 when I recorded the first song, but when I wrote Gold, I was 16, and I was 16 when I wrote the majority of that album. And I mean, did I know any better back then of legalities? No, I didn't know any better of legalities. And also, it was my first, I guess you could say it was my first jump into the music industry. It was my first little, I guess, preview of what the music industry would be and of how hard it is to really create a successful body of work. And it was also my first little jump into getting my name out there, not necessarily within, you know, the popular group of people in the music industry, but just getting my name out there. Like, my name was on iTunes, my name is on iTunes, it's on Apple Music, it's on Spotify. If you Shazam one of the songs, one of my own songs, it'll pop up. It's on a ton of other streaming and selling platforms all over the world. So my name is out there, and that was, I guess, my first introduction to my name, at least being out there in the world, so that, you know, it's out there. Some people might know about me, so that when I release my own music, hopefully they'll embrace it a whole lot better than the covers album. Also, I guess the one thing is that I wish I could do it better. I don't regret a lot of things in life, but I do regret recording a lot of this album when I was sick. So I was really severely sick when I recorded the covers album. And when I say severely sick, it was 3 weeks, like full flu, cold, couldn't breathe well. Somewhere in between I had bronchitis as well. It was awful. Obviously this is my best vocal work. It definitely is not. And also I do not want to be remembered as the guy who did an awful cover of Marina's Fruit and went really big. Like the cover went really big, and obviously I got a bit of backlash because obviously I did not sing well in those covers because I was really poorly ill, but I really wanted to get it out there as quick as possible. It was definitely an impulse release to me looking back at it now. But it definitely taught me a lot about releasing an album. It taught me a lot about really planning to release a body of work. It taught me a lot about what it takes to have a successful release. It taught me a lot about what I should and shouldn't do when putting out an album, putting out a record, you know, amongst all the aspects that there is to putting out a record. And, you know, thankfully, I am thankful for releasing that album. I am thankful that I did release that album because it taught me a lot, and now I'm here. I learned a lot more. Am I an expert at releasing music? Absolutely not, but I know so much more than I did back then, so that now when I do release bodies of work, when I do release projects out there in the world, I know what I should do, I know what I have to do, I know where I have to put my focus, I know what I shouldn't focus on. I know a lot more now. So I am really grateful that I released that album when I did, even if it wasn't good, even if I didn't know what the hell I was doing. I at least released it, and I had so much fun sharing that with the whole world, even if the whole world did not like it. And if you guys are from that era, if you guys have been here with me since the covers era, I want to appreciate you so much because you've been through a lot with me. You've been through so much with me, and I appreciate it so much, and I hope you stick around for this next era as well. One other thing that I would think about when, you know, thinking about discontinuing the album is that, you know, obviously I'm growing as a person, but I'm also growing as a songwriter, and I'm also growing as an artist, and I'm writing so much more, and I'm recording so much more, and I plan to release so much more. Also, a little spoiler, The Life of a Comedian might not be the only album I release in 2019. Wink, wink. As I'm releasing so much more, I want people to recognize me for my own work. I want people to recognize me for what I do. I want people to recognize me for what I'm capable of as a songwriter, as a composer, and as a producer, not necessarily just as the guy who did covers of certain people's songs and then his own songs. Like, I want people to recognize me for this song and this album and Lonely Boys Club and Hate Me How You Want and certain other songs that I release. I want people to recognize me for those songs that are my own, that come from my own brain, that come from my own heart, that come from my own personal experiences or fantasies that I create, rather than a cover that I did of Marina's Fruit or a cover that I did of Sia's Fire Me Gasoline, which, by the way, I have improved my vocal capabilities within all of those songs, so if you do want me to re-record those covers, let me know in the comment section down below. So that is it. That is the end of the covers era once and for all. I could bring it back. Like, who knows? Who knows what the future holds? I'm not really into recording covers right now. I don't really feel like recording covers. I feel like recording my own material. But if there is a change in season in my life and I do decide to want to record covers again, I wouldn't release it on iTunes. It would probably go up on this channel as a playlist for you guys to listen to. Also, I do have all of the files from the covers album because they won't be on sale anymore. You can let me know in the comment section down below if you would want me to upload those covers here on YouTube. They wouldn't be monetized at all. I know already that they wouldn't be monetized, but I do have the files still. So if you do want me to not say fully goodbye to the covers era, let me know in the comment section down below. But for now, it is the end of an era. I appreciate it so much. I loved every second of it so much, even though it wasn't done well. I loved every second of it. Also, don't worry, the Ever album, as much as I loathe that album, it will still be out for sale. Trust me, I really don't like the Ever album. Like, just looking now, like buy covers now. Ever, I don't like the Ever album because, again, I was young when 3 years ago. I think I was 17 when I started writing that album. Yes, I was 17 when I started writing the Ever album. I had no idea what the hell I was thinking about. I had no idea what the message is for that album. I really, to this day, I still don't know what my message was for that album. I really don't. I really don't know what my message was. The album is so all over the place and it has no direction. It has no concept. I am not that proud of that album, and I've prevented my own friends from listening to it because I'm just like, no, it's so bad. It is so bad. But now we're here with The Life of a Comedian coming out in a few days, which is crazy. I'm so excited for this era. I really am, because this is the most confident I've ever been in releasing a body of work. Like, I'm so proud of it. I'm so over the moon that it's coming out. I'm so overjoyed that after 3 years I finally released this album and I finally get to put out this body of work that, trust me, took a lot of blood, sweat, and tears and pain, and also happiness and memories and fantasies that I wish were real. It's just been such a journey writing this album and putting it all together to now being in your hands in just a couple of days is crazy. So for that, I say goodbye to covers and hello to The Life of a Comedian and hello to the other future projects. And with that said, I also end this video here. Thank you so much for watching. If you've been here since the covers era, I appreciate you so much, and you are my core team. And if you want to be part of my core team, make sure to subscribe, because again, the bills don't get paid by themselves. Help us this out. Comment down below if you would want me to re-upload the covers songs here, or if you would want me to re-record them. I might do my best to re-record them if you want me to. And yeah, I will see you on Friday with an exciting video.